Okay, so what's happening? What is happening today? Well, we have a wildly popular, very successful Today Special. We just launched it last hour. Why is everybody going crazy over it? Because truly, you are getting a genuine, big computer experience on a tablet that thinks it's a laptop, and it acts like a laptop. I don't say this often, and I'm very blessed to do a lot of electronics here at HSN, but I will not say very often that we have a tablet with a keyboard that truly can replace a laptop, but you can with our big RCA. This is the largest screen we do at 11.6 inches, so it's visually an incredible experience. You get a beautiful keyboard that we'll get into here in just a second. You also, with our special configuration for the first time, are getting a dock. This is a charging dock you can put by your bed, you can put in the kitchen. Not only does it hold your tablet, but it's gonna power your tablet and charge it. So if you're in the kitchen watching YouTube recipe videos or Pinterest getting ideas, you get this included for the first time. Then you're also gonna get an app pack that's included with this. This is over a $90 value that we'll get into a bit as well. 1 year of total tech support, which is brilliant, because if you've got a problem or you have questions or you don't know how to do something, you have a full year of help on this card. And typically, oh, and by the way, that's not included in our full value for the system. Let me show you the colors though, guys, because it's really cool. And then Aaron's gonna join me and we'll get into all the scoop. So here we go. I'm gonna start on this end right here. This end right here on top is called Black Marble. I think it's so sleek. In fact, let me move this over. It's beautiful. If you're buying this for a guy or a girl, you want something very sophisticated, you wanna get the Black Marble. But now let's have a moment, everyone, because we're gonna show you the brand new Blue Marble, which is right beside it. The Blue Marble, by far, is outselling every other color. We've sold over 2,000 of our Today's Specials last hour alone. In the Blue Marble, of that 2,000, 900 are the Blue Marble. So here's our little heads up. This show will repeat itself over all night long. We do not believe this will be available in the morning. So if you come back and you're trying to get that gorgeous Blue Marble, it's got flecks of gold in it, it's the coolest thing, then I would highly recommend put it in the cart tonight and get it ordered. On the other side is another beautiful choice. That's gonna be our Pink Marble. Going right down below that is gonna be our Charcoal. Then we have a gorgeous blue. All these colors are great. And then we have Mauve as our, or Mauve or Mauve, as our last of the solids. Oh wait, and then the sleeper color is this. It's sage. It's like a pearlized sage. I love this color, right?
Pretty.
And what's really nice is look at the keyboards completely match the tablet as well. So that's a sage keyboard to go with it. All right, Aaron, thanks for rejoining me.
Yeah, my pleasure. So much fun.
Where do you want to start? We got a lot to get into.
So yeah, well, let's start by looking at the size and just so a couple heads up. RCA, this is an RCA tablet, obviously with keyboard, so it's kind of a computer style when you put them together like that. RCA is our #1 selling tablet brand at HSN. #1, that says, we sell all the big guys. You know, you think of the tablet brand in your head, chances are that we sell it. More of RCA than any. Why? Because they do this wonderful thing for us where we include the keyboard. This is a hard keyboard, which turns it into a device that really it lets you take your tablet kind of to the next level. Things that sometimes, you know, writing simple things you might do on your computer, like writing an email or, you know, sometimes you want to surf the web maybe and use, there's a full touchpad at the bottom. They're just composing, you know, something thoughtful, doing schoolwork, certainly taking this to and from school, to and from work. It is just so much easier now. And the other thing is, if nothing else, it also protects the tablet screen, which is so important, right? Because the keyboard is included. And many of us certainly, I would imagine, have been in this situation where we've bought a Bluetooth keyboard, spent a lot of money for a Bluetooth keyboard. This is not a Bluetooth keyboard, it's better. It's called a MagnaLink. So these magnetically link to each other. Once you see something, as I turn this upside down, you see how and I even give it a little shake. It's a magnetic linkable connection. This is kind of cool too. Now I'm just kind of showing off because we can. So it links this way as well, so you can set it down with a really solid base, or you can even, we call this tinting it. This is really cool too. This is really nice for like watching video or whatever. Okay, so back to the tablet itself. The screen size, it's an 11.6 inch screen. I'll open up hsn.com here. Not only is it an 11.6 inch screen, of course, when you want to do anything on the screen, it's also a touch screen. So you can pinch and you can zoom and you can do all of those sort of things really, really simply. So pinching, zooming, there's no such thing as difficult to see anymore. If you wear readers, this is the tablet for you. Now check this out. This is, first of all, if you've used a 7-inch tablet, This is like 3 7-inch tablets, about 3 7-inch tablets across. Even an 8.9-inch tablet, it is so much bigger, 22% bigger than a 10-inch tablet. Many of you are asking, it was extremely popular in our 12 o'clock hour. The way that I hold this tablet, because it is so big, you would have to use 2 hands and sit down with it, or maybe use the dual pillow and set it on the dual pillow or something. The way that you can use it in one hand like I do, and it's so casual and so easy, this is called the G-Hold. You can hold the tablet vertically, look, vertically, horizontally. It folds flat. It's good not only on this tablet, but maybe if you have an iPad or you have any other tablet. We have it in 5 colors. This is what we're calling navy. We have it in rose gold, gold, red, and black as well. And it's even, you hear that? That's real Velcro on the back, so you can remove it. It's just a really nice extra, particularly because it's such a big tablet. Now, some things you've probably seen never done on a tablet. Probably you've done them on a computer, but I'll bet you dollars to donuts, especially if you've never used Android 9. Go ahead.
I just want to know, can you do that once again?
Yeah, what did I do?
Because that home screen flashed up so fast.
Oh, it's so quick.
No, do it again. Watch this. Watch this, guys. Watch.
Like, can we go here?
Look.
And then boom, you want to go to the home screen.
Wait, do it again.
Or here, check this out. Oh,
look
here.
Look how fast that is.
You want to multitask. Look how quick it is to start multitasking.
Oh my gosh.
It's because it has 2 gigs of RAM and a quad-core processor.
That is absolutely shocking to me.
Have you ever, Suzanne, I'll just ask you, multitasked on a tablet before?
No.
That's something that is often reserved for computers, right?
Right.
And that is the kind of thing. Again,
this is very complicated for a system to do.
Usually, most of the RCA tablets we still don't have enough RAM to really do it solidly. This has 100% more RAM than most of the RCAs we sell. They mostly have 1 gig of RAM. This has 2. So for example, I have hsn.com up on this side. Okay, over here, I've got my files up and my settings up. I've got the Google Assistant up, which I'll show you like voice control in a minute. Oh, like maybe I want to go into my photos. Well, the screen is so big that I can pull up any of my photos. I can zoom through. Do you see how quick this is? Zooming through. Look at my little boy. Look at Max. Look at his little mouth. That's when he was still a little boy. It's crazy. He's 14 months now. He was 6 months there. He looks like a totally different person. And you see how it's not waiting. It's not pausing. It's not hesitating. Still an HSN over here again. Compare it to a 9-inch tablet. Compare it to, or I should say an 8.9 tablet. Compare it to a 7-inch tablet. It's like 1, 2, 3 across, and then one more just quick introductory thing here. The other thing that we're doing that makes this so great, actually I'm just gonna leave the G-Hold on. You could take it off, but you don't really need to put it onto the stand that we're including. This is a full charging stand. So that means when you take your tablet and you pop it into the stand, it is now charging. So like at night when you get in bed and you put this on your bedstand maybe, and maybe you wanna, so once you're here, maybe you're on your home screen or wherever you are, you wanna say, okay Google, open clock. So maybe at night you're gonna sleep with it just like that, like it's basically just your alarm clock. Or I could say, okay Google, set alarm for 4 a.m. So you've got it, alarm set for 4 a.m. So now I've got an alarm set to, you want to open up Netflix and watch Netflix while you're lying, whatever it is. It's so great next to your bed, on your desk. It's a great way to leave it on your desk and talk to it. Use voice interactions, kitchen, workshop, all those things.
Oh, it's perfect too. If you're trying to learn a YouTube video and you're trying to, I don't know, fix some plumbing in your house, it's nice to have the charging cradle there because it's going to hold it at the right angle. Okay, a couple things to note about this too. This is a today's special. Why is that even important or relevant? It's one deal, one day, and that's it. And there's 2 ways you can get it. Well, 2 ways that you can't get it. Either it sells out early, which that marble blue is absolutely going to do that. I can guarantee you that. Or we get to the end of the day and the price jumps to $179.99. So you're getting our best price. It is our lowest price we've ever done. It's more RAM this year than ever before. It's the lowest price 11.6-inch tablet we've ever offered. It's the biggest screen size tablet today's special of the year. First time including the charging dock from the RCA folks, and it's just everything you need in truly what is the sweet spot between a tablet and a laptop. I mean, if you really got to get some serious work done, a lot of times Aaron and I will do a ton of tablets, even some with comes with keyboards, and we say, hey, this is fun, use the keyboard, it's great. I rarely say this is going to equate to basically having a laptop at home. So if you're getting a gift for anybody who needs a computer or a laptop and you really want the best of all worlds, you've got it inside here. In fact, I typed this up just a few minutes ago using the keyboard because it really is a clicky, true style keyboard, and it's very roomy as well. Can you see it? Is it still there or did I lose it?
What?
Is it there? Oh, I left all my typing. Oh, it must have rolled up.
Oh, do you know what it was? Do you know what it was?
was?
Our tab. Okay, wait. Show that to everybody.
What'd you do?
This is Aaron. I think we're on the same account.
We are. Oh my gosh, Aaron.
I was like, why is there typing on my screen?
Other stuff was happening to mine, and I couldn't figure out. I kept going. How
it's because we're logged into the same account.
We gotta get that undone.
I'm pranking Suzanne.
And he actually typed all that on the keyboard. It's got the touchpad. It's got more than you can imagine. But again, I'm just going to give you a little heads up in terms of color. If you want that beautiful blue marble, it's available, but it's not going to be for long. And we called it. We were talking about what, and we literally almost leg wrestled for who's going to get to hold the blue marble. He won, but that's okay. If you want the blue marble, the vast majority that we've sold tonight is in that. This is called black marble. A third of the quantity of the blue marble is already gone, and we're only in the second airing of the entire day. There are flecks and swirls of gold in there. It's stunning.
So pretty.
Over beside that is the one I have in my hot little hand. That's called our pink marble. Then down below are all our solids. We start at charcoal at the end, which is a beautiful deep gray. Very, easy. That's easy. That's charcoal. We've got the blue in the middle. Again, these are all a bit pearlized. And this is the mauve that you see here at the end. And I don't want to forget though, we're loving this color. I'm going to move the actual card because this is our sage green. And I'll tilt that a little bit more because you're not seeing how cool it is. It's like a mint. And it's really a cool, beautiful, yummy color. Think mint when you see that one.
That's what my mom would get. Her house was painted that, like every room in my mother's house is that color.
Is it really?
Yeah.
She loves that color.
If you like green, man, you're going to love it. And it's uncommon. We don't do that one very often, that color very often.
Okay, so that's the whole ball of wax plus the dock that you're getting with it too. I know we've got a ton more specs to talk about. Oh yeah, total tech support.
So we almost, there is so much to talk about. We include about $100 of additional apps and goodies. One of the really nice things is total tech support. Why is it important? Look, this is the Android operating system. It's so easy to use. It's the #1 operating system in the world for mobile devices. But if you have a question, maybe you're thinking, I love this. I don't want to buy a computer. I don't really need a full computer. I need something that I can type on and write some emails on. I want to play a game. I want to have access to the Google Play Store, the #1 app store in the world. You've got access to more games, more music. But what if I have a question? What if Aaron did that voice thing? I don't know how he did that. Or I saw him put it into the any question you have, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, 7 days a week. Any question you have, it's a toll-free number to call. They'll answer any question, no matter how big, how small. Do you know how to print? Maybe you have a wireless printer. How do you print from this? Call them and ask, and they'll tell you. Front-facing camera, rear-facing camera. I'm gonna do one quick demo. This is a much more abbreviated airing than our earlier one, so I'm gonna have to just move a little bit quicker in it. I want you guys to see, if you wanted to write an email, for example, you could use, it's got the built-in nice big virtual keyboard, so you don't have to have the keyboard, the full keyboard with you all the time. Here is the full keyboard, and my producer keeps telling me, knock on the keyboard. This is not like a flimsy silicone, it's a beautiful hard case keyboard. But the best way to write anything at all is to not type, is to see the little microphone button there, watch. If you just give that a touch, this is how easy it is to talk to your tablet instead of typing on your tablet, period. You can say whatever it is that comes to your mind, and the tablet does all of the work for you, period. This makes it so much easier to take notes in a class. This makes it so much easier to write emails. This makes it so much easier to work on anything you need to work on that requires writing, whether it's making a list or maybe writing the next great novel. It's all up to you. You say what comes to mind, the tablet does all the work, period. Now, I'll just point out real quickly, if I wanted to edit that, you could edit it right here. You have full editing capabilities, but because these are designed to, these go together like love and marriage, like peanut butter and jelly. Did you see what happened? So if I take the keyboard away, the virtual keyboard, boop, comes up right away. If I put them together, the virtual keyboard goes away because the computer is so smart that it knows they're connected. So right now, if I wanted to put in some spaces, I could. And to Suzanne's point, watch how fast. See that there's a home button right here. If you don't, maybe you don't want to touch the screen at all. You press the home button, boom. Did you see that? There's all these hotkeys across the top. Turn the volume up. Actually, here's where you turn the volume up, turn the volume down. There's these great keys for turning up and down your other settings, like your brightness. You can take a picture of the screen. Suzanne, it is so very easy to use.
Did we mention there's 2 cameras on board?
Front and rear.
We haven't talked about all the connections you can put to this. Remember I said, it's truly the sweet spot between being a tablet and being a mini laptop, and this is it. And again, Aaron will prove that in just a second. If you want to hook a mouse up to this to really do serious work, type and use a mouse, it's got a slot to be able to do that. Expandable memory. Expand the memory as big as you want in this. Many very expensive tablets that are out there do not have expandable memory. It's locked memory. This one is totally expandable. So here's the moment when you've got to think, you know what? Somebody in your Christmas giving list needs it. Maybe it's someone going off to high school, going off to college. They're gonna ask you for a computer. Do you wanna spend several $100s or give them the best of both worlds, which is a computer and a laptop, and a tablet, excuse me. And that's truly what you're getting here. And wildly portable. It looks great. It's really built to work fast and be versatile for whoever's using it. The only key you have to have right now and understand is it's our today's special. And what does that mean? It's one deal, one day, and then that's it. It either sells out before the day's over or we get to the end of the day and the price jumps way up. And it's not just like $5 up, it goes up substantially. So I always recommend if you're watching right now, the good news is I have every color. Later on, in fact, we believe by the end of tonight, as we go into the morning, that blue marble will not even be an option. Maybe one more full live airing. Probably not though at this rate because so many are already gone of that. Now, Aaron, where do you want to take us next?
Well, I want to show everybody the quality of the screen. I just think it is so important to recognize that everything in this, so the processor, for example, could have been a dual core processor, no problem. Could have been an 11-inch screen that wasn't in plane switching, no problem. People would have bought it in droves. I mean, it would be a heck of a deal. We could have not included tech support. Could have done 1 gig of RAM instead of 2 gigabytes of RAM. There's nothing missing on this tablet, nothing. The way, I'll tell you one more time before I set this on, the way I'm holding my tablet in one hand, people keep asking our operators, it's called the G-Hold. It's just, especially because you have such a big tablet, and I think you'll love being able to hold it in one hand, and then you can fold that, boom, out of the way. So 5 colors to choose from there. I'm gonna set that down and show you my other screens here. So I'm gonna do the big reveal, ready? This is your new tablet, okay? So this is your new 11.6-inch high-definition in-plane switching tablet. This is a 10-inch tablet, and Suzanne had such a good idea last time. She told me, turn them around. Look at the difference.
The 10-inch is your standard big tablet.
It's, yeah, no, yeah, I mean, I think of the standard almost as being an 8-inch tablet, to tell you the truth.
True.
The 10-inch, outside of the 11.6-inch, let me put it this way. For the past 3 years, the biggest tablet I've sold has been this. I haven't had an 11.6-inch tablet for 3 years. So
That's amazing. That's why
22%
we say
difference.
it really is like having a really portable laptop.
I think in terms of screen size, in terms of having a bigger screen and it being easier to use, especially because of the keyboard and because of more RAM, that's a big thing. Expandable memory, I'll get there. Okay, so watch. Your screen is not just high definition, it's high definition in plane switching. The screen next to it is high definition, but not in plane switching. Not all high definition is created equal. Watch this. When I turn it to the side, do you see, look, you see how your screen has a really good brightness from all angles, where the other screen, look, the other screen you can barely see there. Your screen is still really bright. Your screen, in fact, you can see it from about 167 degrees. It's because it's an in-plane switching screen. The other thing, since I mentioned it, and since I'm over here, I'll just hold it up this way and show you. All the ports on the side, forgive us for moving so much more quickly than we did during the last airing. We have much less time to present it. This is a full USB port. You almost never see this on a tablet. If you want to plug in a mouse, you could plug in a mouse, a USB mouse, a wired or wireless mouse. Bluetooth is built in as well. So if you want to use those really cool Bluetooth earphones that Lori was out here with a few minutes ago, or you have AirPods or whatever, you're good to go. That's a place to plug in regular earbuds, wired earbuds. This is what's most important. This is an expandable memory card slot. If you buy an iPad today, you decide what memory you're buying, and that memory is fixed. You can never increase it. If you fill it, you either have to delete things or go buy a new model next year. That's not the case here. This has 32 gigs of built-in memory. It has an expandable memory card slot. So if you think, oh, I've filled my memory, but I want to add more music or more games or more movies or whatever, you can literally buy a memory card slot at the gas station. I mean, they are everywhere. I was pricing them earlier. 128 gigabyte card. Retail prices certainly vary, but around 20 bucks or so, you can quadruple the memory. So if you ever decide you want to do that, you can. I'm gonna run over to the TV. I promise you I would do a demo that I didn't do in the last airing.
We did do it last hour.
So I'm going.
And again, you know what's so funny about him going to the TV? We couldn't get to it last hour. There's so many features, it's so feature packed that again, you'll get it at home. You have until the end of January to test it out. If you don't love it, we're in our extended return policy. You can send it back. What are you getting? You're getting the amazing keyboard, and it's beautiful. You will love this keyboard. You're getting the biggest screen we do, 11.6 inches. You are getting the charging dock to go along with it, so you have the dock, and you're getting a whole app pack, which quite frankly, we haven't even really talked about that at all, including 1-year tech support. That by itself, this card is a $91 value. All of that for a today's special price, and I've got to point out, 6 Flex means you pay it off in 6 months. We have free shipping. That's another almost $13 of savings. It's $12.22. So a little over $12 in savings just on the shipping alone. And I love it right now because with almost 2,500 sold in just this show, we have all the colors. Take one last good look at the marble blue because it will not at all make it through the day. It'll barely make it into the morning if it even makes it. And Aaron's over there going, girl.
Yeah. I think I'll walk into, because this will air overnight in each hour. We'll probably walk in with 4,000 or 5,000 sold tomorrow morning. And, you know, Suzanne, I think we can definitely say most of those will be in the blue marble.
If not sold out.
Yeah, if not sold out.
Yeah.
So I walked over to the TV. I want to show you all, this is another, we've talked about a lot of the upgrades. The biggest upgrade, have you seen the size of the screen? The 11.6 inch high definition in-plane switching screen. By far, that is the best thing about this. Nobody ever bought a tablet. I've been selling electronics at HSN for 14 years. No one has ever said about a tablet. I've sold them a smartphone. I've sold them a computer. They've never said, Aaron, I wish I bought a smaller screen. Never. But I can't count how many times people have said, oh, I should have sized up. This is the biggest size. We don't do a bigger RCA, our #1 selling brand, Android tablet. Another one of the really big, cool extras that is built into this has something called screen mirroring. So you see, so you already have this big screen, and that's wonderful, but maybe the family's coming, it's Christmas Day, and maybe you want to stream Rudolph, or you want to stream the snowman, or you want to stream whatever, but everybody wants to watch it. Well, yeah, they could watch it on this screen, but you got a TV in your house, right? Any smart television or any Wi-Fi television, you can stream whatever's on your tablet. So maybe you're watching Netflix, or you're watching Facebook, or you're watching Disney Plus, or you're watching whatever. You can put it do you see what I'm doing? See how smooth it is wirelessly on your big screen TV. How do you do this? Well, it's really easy. You actually you pull down. See how I'm pulling down the menu? And then when you get in there, this is our Samsung TV, it pops up. But you don't have to remember that. You have tech support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for a full year. It's something we almost never do on tablets. We're including a full year of tech support. So if you're seeing things in the course of this presentation and you're thinking, oh, I want to remember that. How do I talk to the tablet? How do I get into Google Docs, which is free? That program that I was talking to earlier and it was doing all the typing for me, just using my voice. You can just call and ask tech support. The folks at Total Tech are awesome. I just opened up one more thing oops. There we go, now I did. And I want to talk you through it for a minute because it's a big deal and we haven't spent much time on it at all. This is a Google certified tablet. So the Google Play Store is native and pre-installed. When you get your tablet home, the Google Play Store is already on it. The Google Play Store is the #1 app store. There's information over there on the left side of your screen. It's the #1 app store in the world. More games, more music, more apps, more movies. All of those things are at your fingertips on the Google Play Store. So it means you've got it all ready for you. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to download an app store. And it means you have access to more content than from any other app store. And that's one of the best things about it. Because Suzanne, when we talk about a tablet, we think mainly of content consumption. And there's so much content, so many movies, so much music, so many games. Basically, if you've heard of it, it's available on the Google App Store.
Yeah, anywhere you're looking at, it's a 2-in-1. And I don't say this often, but if someone needs a computer in your life and you just don't have the budget for it, but you know it would really help their life out a lot, and it's kind of top of the Christmas wish list, I would say try this. Here's how you can shop with confidence with us though, and I think this is really important. You're like, okay, I can't play with it, I can't try it, I wanna see it at home. You have until the end of January. It's our extended return policy. You're in the sweetest time of the year to try anything from HSN because it's the longest test window. So again, if you reserve it tonight and you get it home in a couple of days, you can play with it till the end of January. And if you don't love it, even at the end of January, you can send it back and we give you a refund. When we hit the end of December, we will go back for the rest of the years to our 30-day policy. That's what it always is until we get to this time of year. So take advantage of it. Why not, right? Also, take advantage of our 6 Flex Pay. Here's how it works. Major credit card or PayPal, you're gonna pay this off in 6 months. It's free shipping too, so you're saving a little over $12 just in shipping cost. In the 6 Flex Pay, you're gonna pay $23.33 over half a year to pay this off. So you've got that. Again, that is exclusive for today only. So it's so exciting. And again, you're getting such a big, voluptuous experience with this. Big screen, lowest price ever for this size. You get this beautiful keyboard. On top of that, remember, you're getting our app pack, which includes all these little extra goodies we have yet to talk about, which is kind of funny, but it's great. This is a $96 value in my hot little hand. And notice this, guys, in my hand, the charging. This is a plug-in, and it's metal. Like, it's not just a flimsy, it's a beautiful charging dock station that we have included in our package. It is the biggest, most versatile package, and it's the lowest price we've ever done for an 11.6-inch screen. And if you could do me one more favor, Aaron, I know you got another demo. Could you just spin that around?
Again?
We're comparing this against a 10-inch. Most tablets out there are 8-inch. Look at how much bigger it is, even over one of the biggest tablets out there.
Here, and I'm gonna prove that to you also. That's a 10-inch tablet, okay? And I'll turn around and show you. Just kind of to prove that this is a 10-inch tablet. So this is an 8.9-inch screen. You see how much more is on there, right?
Wow.
This is an 8.9-inch screen. Actually, I love this. I think this is even more of a wow, because a lot of us have 7-inch screens. You know, we have a littler kind of travel tablet. 1, 2, sort of about 3 tablets put together. Let me show you something really cool about this. You know, charging docks are actually really expensive. I don't know if you've priced them or not. And what's cool is you just plug the charging dock in. It uses the same charging cable. You can take the charging cable out of the charging dock and plug it right into your tablet as well if you want. So you can charge it either way. But this pops right in. So it has those same pin connections on the bottom. So it pops right in. I don't know if you heard that little ding that it makes. It makes a little ding.
That means it's connected?
So yeah, that's how it's connected. And now you can do things like you can say, let's see, okay, Google, what's the weather?
Right now in St. Petersburg, it's 70 and cloudy.
Don't be jealous.
How good, I know, it's so nice. How good that speaker is. One more other really quick thing. We were talking about using this, you know, different rooms in the house. You could say, okay, Google, pumpkin pie recipe.
Here is information from
Now,
Sally's baking
look,
addiction.
there it is. Preheat the oven. How long would it have taken you to go get your computer, turn your computer on, put it in the kitchen, open it up, and have a pumpkin pie recipe? It's instant.
Isn't that great? And again, that's part of the speed and the quality of the RAM inside there, right?
The quad core and the RAM.
Yeah, that'll blow you. You will not believe how fast, it's lightning fast, how beautiful this tablet is. All right, guys, we have Protection Plus. I'll talk about that more in just a second. Before I run out of time, I just want to do colors one more time to give you a quick update, guys. Down below here in front of me, this is this really cool sage green. I think it's the sleeper color of the day, to be honest with you. It's really beautiful. Then we have the black marbles, super sleek. The blue marble, almost gone. That's your pink marble down below. On the other end, charcoal blue, and this is our mauve on this end. All of it available one day, one price, one deal. Now, if you want the blue, this marble blue, there's half our quantity gone. And if you want a Protection Plus, it's great. If you dump water on it, spill, break, or whatever, we got you covered. No questions asked and no deductibles. You can add that to your cart if you'd like to pick it up. Aaron, we'll see you throughout the day. Thank you for a great today's special.
See you in the morning. Thanks, Susan.
All right, stay right there. I got more electronics coming up.
Food has always been my passion, but the truth is, even in the world's best kitchens, the tools can really make or break a chef. That's why I've developed this incredible, innovative line for HSN. It makes the prep easy, and it also makes the cooking a whole lot of fun. From my kitchens to your tables. Let's turn the everyday into gourmet.
'Tis the season to be a VIP. Apply for the HSN card and instantly get $40 off when you're approved. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get the best deals on holiday shopping. Enjoy extra flex on beauty, fashion, and jewelry gifts all the time. And 12-month VIP financing on electronics, toys, and home items $3.99 and up. Plus exclusive VIP offers. And there's no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card.
You're watching HSN. I'm Suzanne Runny, and thanks for hanging out with me tonight. We're talking about great electronics, and we have two more things coming up. This one's going to be all about safety. The next one's going to be our most popular Garmin this year at the lowest price ever. So if you want a separate GPS system, which we'll explain why that's important, that's still to come before our hour's over. But now we're going to talk about your personal security or security for people that you love. We have sold just in the last couple of weeks over 11,000 pairs of our safety alarm keychain 2-pack. We have the silver, we have the gold, we have the pink, we have the lavender purple, what do we call that? Purple, then we have the black, and then we have this gorgeous blue. And Joe's here for the next two items, so welcome back, Joe.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Sure.
Another thing that's extremely important to me, I've got a family of 5, and every 35 seconds in the United States, someone's kidnapped. We've all felt that situation when it's dark at night, or you're just walking out to your car, you're going from the mall to your car, and you see somebody out there. And you're thinking, I hope that person doesn't come after me. I don't know what to do if someone would attack me. You're looking around, who's around? And then you think, okay, what's gonna happen if somebody does attack me? Well, first thing you're gonna do is probably yell. You yelling is about 90 decibels. Sounds pretty good, but it doesn't go that far, only about 100 feet. So then you think about, okay, I'll call 911. Well, it's gonna take the police about 10 minutes to show up, and then by the time they do, the siren that's on top of the car is only about 110 decibels. If you are in an emergency and you need help right now, you have a samurai by your side. When you pull this chain, it's gonna set up an alarm that's 130 decibels, louder than you screaming, louder than the siren on top of the car, as loud as a military jet taking off. And it's right there for you. It's a special trigger system. You pull on that chain. They made it nice and big and long to make sure it's easy to grip when you need to in that important situation. As you grip on that, that's where that alarm's gonna emit from. It's gonna scare anybody away, because there are two things the bad guys hate. They hate sound and they hate light. And that's a great thing about this country, is that anytime you hear an alarm go off, everybody's looking around. So if you're walking out of the mall, if you're walking with your groceries, you're walking from work, and you feel like something's going on, all you do is give it a little tug, and Suzanne, cover your ears. Because this is the loudest alarm we're legally allowed to sell in the United States.
Me, by the way.
No problem, here we go.
It's extremely loud.
130 decibels. We've had reviews from customers that said they heard it on TV, but they got it at home. It was so much louder than they expected on TV, because when it is there, when you're hearing that sound, it's not just in your immediate area. This can be heard up to 600 feet away, 2 football fields. So imagine if something's happening, or you have a son or daughter who's walking across campus, like we went to Ohio State. That campus is massive, lots of big open spaces. You pull on that.
And lots of dark spaces.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But 600 feet away, 2 football fields, someone's gonna hear you.
And 2 footballs away wouldn't hear you screaming.
No,
let's just be honest, you know. For me, I think why these have been so popular, they make great stocking stuffers, and they're perfect for everybody. It could be someone as young as a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old or 7, maybe not 5, they'll pull it too often, but you know, a young child like you've got. Or it could be someone who's really, really old, maybe an elderly parent, and you're concerned about their safety. Think about those of you who, when the sun is going down so early at night and you're out walking the dog. I have a friend of mine who runs her dog at 10 p.m. at night, and she's a single girl. And I'm like, well, the dog's big, but he's not gonna save you. And it's night and it's dark out. Or in the morning, if you get up really early, maybe you're in one of those offices where you have to park in the parking lot and the office door is about 3 miles away. My brother works for a company, he used to work for a company that their parking lot was acres and acres. It was huge. And he would have to hike to the office door. Well, you don't wanna have anybody, whether it's a guy, but especially, let me be honest with you, the women in your life, having to be unprotected. And if they're out in the middle of that mall parking lot, the mall is closed down, it's icy, it's dark, and they're feeling nervous, you pull this, those people, if something's gonna go go bad, somebody's probably gonna walk away because they don't want this kind of attention. Also, what I like too, if it's someone who's elderly and maybe they just happen to fall somewhere, maybe it's off a sidewalk and they're not visible to people who are going by, they would have this to be able to pull it to bring attention to them, even if they're not in danger of someone else.
And to go even further beyond that, if you have someone who's a senior who's living by themselves, and you're concerned with them, if you pull on this, because it is so loud, it's 130 decibels. So I have a home system alarm that I pay a monthly fee for. Suzanne, it's only 100 decibels. And when we got these samples, we started, me and the kids were playing around with them. We were pulling the chain. My neighbor 2 houses down came over. She's like, is everything okay? She kept hearing this alarm. And this is louder than my house alarm that I'm paying almost $30 a month for. You can hear it through houses. You can hear it through walls. So if you have that senior who's living by themselves, just pull this. And I love the design. It's small enough to fit in your hand, but is incredibly loud. It's designed on a keychain because this is as important as your car keys, as your house keys, because this could save your life just because there's an attack. There's a kidnapping in the United States every 35 seconds. So for my kids, I've got 3 kids. I have one that's a high schooler that walks to the bus stop 6:20 every morning, pitch black. She has it attached to the backpack. You never know when you're gonna need it, but attach it to something that you're always taking with you. Then she can yank on that cord, that trigger system, and that'll set it off. You can also attach it to the purse too. My wife has hers attached in the purse. My mom has hers on the inside, by the way. It's got a nice little light too. Light's important because that also scares the bad guys. Like Suzanne mentioned, my neighbor gave me this idea. She has a couple of these. She keeps it on her dog leash. Doesn't take it off at all because she walks the dog in the morning,
great idea.
walks the dog at night. She can illuminate the sidewalk, but then if somebody's coming, she can yank on that chain, but she also has a tiny dog. Sometimes the bigger dogs will come running towards her little dog. She'll yank on that to scare away the big dogs and the animals too.
You know what? I had a German Shepherd. I have little teeny dogs. I had a German Shepherd come right up on us, and I was scared to death. And I wouldn't go down and pick my dog up because it was a German Shepherd. I thought, well, they'll have to find. You know what I did? I ended up stamping my foot, and he went away. But this would have been 10 times more effective than that.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's kind of a freak out moment, you know? But think about those people. I mean, this is just smart. You put it in everybody's stocking. It's that extra little gift, and it does give you a sense of, you feel more confident because your children and your loved ones have that bit more of a protection. I think if anybody has to go to a campus anywhere, especially a female on a big campus, they 300% should have these. Don't even think about it. Just go, yeah, you're right, I'm getting that. I'm gonna make sure they feel safe. By the way, I thought the light was great. You're like, oh, you can pick up poo with it or whatever, or see where you're walking. It's great for your handbags, girls, because if you're like me and you have those black interior handbags, you can never see anything. This actually is genuinely a very bright light that you can dig into your bag and see all your stuff you've got in there. Or if you're outside and you're trying to put a key into a lock, like in your front, like a dark front door or in a car lock, that's gonna be great because it's gonna be able to illuminate, because it's actually a really surprisingly bright light in there.
It's a bright white. We chose some of the brightest white lights, 5000K, so it's one of the brightest lights that's out there. So you can clearly see everything that's going on.
Look at that, look how bright that is. It's really surprising how bright it is.
My mom uses it also to read menus. So she has it in her purse, she takes it out.
Of course.
Reading those menus a lot of times, it's nice to have
so dark in one of the
personal
restaurants.
space. And if you're wondering, okay, it's got a battery built into it. It's running, you know, the light and the alarm. If you pull the alarm every single day, it's gonna last you about a year. So if you're using it every single day, it'll last you a year.
If you're using it every single day, you're probably gonna move.
Yes, you probably should move.
Let's just start with that.
That's a great thing. But the batteries are easy to change out if you need to change them out. But it also, you know, operates with the light too. So you've got a couple different options. But the key is this: the battery's already installed in this. When you give this to somebody, it's already ready to go. And if you feel like something's going on, it's that special trigger system. They made it long, so that way you've got an easy grip on it. Suzanne, cover your ears again, because this is the loudest sound we're legally allowed to sell in the United States. Sorry about it, couldn't get the pin back in. It's 130 decibels. And I tell this to my kids. If somebody's coming up to attack you, and this is a common thing, like we tell our kids stranger danger. Right. We're making up songs about this because it's so common. But if you pull that trigger system, it takes that pin out. I say throw the trigger, because this alarm is gonna go nonstop for 15 minutes.
Wow.
So if somebody's attacking them, it's not like they can put their hand over their mouth and shut them up. Right. The alarm is not going to stop for 15 minutes. They're not gonna know I've got to find this pin, you throw that, it's the safest way to keep those bad guys away from you.
Great tip. All right, guys, by the way, if you want the black, the set of 2 black, that's the most limited. We have less than 300 now remaining. We've got the blue, pink, purple. There's your silver, and there's your gold. And again, it is a 2-pack. And it makes, look at this, I mean, it makes 2 really nice little gifts too, if you're gonna do a stocking stuffer, or even if it's a gift exchange at work. We're talking about, what, about $15 per.
Oh,
and we've got 6 flex pays today and free shipping on these, which we typically do not have. Joe's not going anywhere. We have our best Garmin we've ever sold this year at the lowest price coming up next. But first, let me tell you a little bit about our HSN charge card. Why is this a big deal? Because that darn $40 off is coming to a close. Here's what's gonna happen. On December 16th, that's gonna be the last day. It'll probably go back to about $10, which is usually what we do. But for right now, if you apply for our card and you're approved for it, you can instantly save $40 on that first thing that you buy with the card from HSN. $40. To me, it's like going up to the grocery store checkout and the cashier goes, honey, here's $40, go back in the store and buy $40 more of stuff.
That's fantastic.
Like, how popular would that grocery store be if they did that, right? It's the exact same thing with that. All right, stay with us. Coming up next, Joe's not going anywhere. We have our most popular Garmin GPS system at the lowest price for the holiday season.
See it, heart it, save it with the HSN app. Favorites are a fun and easy way to track your must-have products all in one place. Click the heart in the top right corner, then the More icon to access your favorites list. Download the app and start favoriting today.
The appraised values you see at HSN are set by independent, professionally certified appraisers. They determine, as closely as possible, the approximate retail cost of replacing or recreating the item, not the possible sell or purchase price. Because subjective estimates and judgments are involved, appraisals may vary by as much as 25%. Call your customer service rep for more information.
Worry about one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Electronics, fitness equipment, even jewelry can be covered. Shop smart and protect your purchase. It's easy to add when you're checking out. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com for more details.
Oh my gosh, we're having so much fun tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm Suzanne Runyon. We're talking all electronics. We've got a great GPS coming up next. But if you haven't seen this yet, this is our best value today. In just this show tonight, within 2 hours, we've sold almost 3,000. It's our biggest RCA tablet that, quite frankly, is the sweet spot of truly becoming like a mini laptop. I just wanted to give you an update too. You're getting this beautiful keyboard, by the way. This is 11.6 inches. It's big, so you get a big, easy to use experience. You get a charging dock with it and $96 of apps and vouchers in our exclusive configuration. This one's called the Blue Marble, and I'm gonna hold it really still so you can see it one last time. Because of the almost 3,000 we sold, the vast majority is in the Blue Marble. 1,300 just in this color, and it's gorgeous. That's all I can say. I love the flecks of gold in there. So that's available. Just want to give you one more quick reminder, because now we're going to talk about the best-selling Garmin this year at the lowest price we've ever offered. So let's talk Garmin, Joe. Welcome back again.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so again, Garmin, what a great name.
It is.
This is the winner.
Absolutely. This is the smartest Garmin GPS we've ever offered.
Wow.
Because it does have all your normal GPS functions, but it's designed to connect to your cell phone. So when it does that, now you can be a safer driver, because every phone call, every text message, every notification that would normally come on your phone that distracts you, and now it pops up on your Garmin.
Oh, nice.
It is fantastic to be able to have it, so that way you're not being an unsafe driver. Most people will check a text message and it's only 5 seconds long. Well, this is going to read your text messages to you because it's connected. And this also has the lifetime maps and traffic. And this is a big, big deal. Having a smarter Garmin, having a smarter GPS is not only going to get you from point A to point B, but if you don't know that there's a traffic accident, if you don't know that there is congestion, if you don't know that there is construction going on, Garmin checks it every single time you put a route together. So now it's going to automatically move you around that distraction, move you around that traffic, and get you there on a faster speed. But also having that lifetime maps For me, this is really key because my wife and I both have a Garmin in our car, and there's so many businesses in Florida that change. There's so many roads that change. 1 in 5 of our roads changes every single year. So you might have a GPS, but if it's from 2016, a lot of stuff has changed in the past few years. But those businesses will also change too. 2 in 5 businesses change every single year. So if your friends are saying, well, where's that restaurant? Did you hear about this new place? And you're like, I don't see it in here at all. It's because your maps aren't updated. This will update all that for you. But this is also the hands-free version. So what I have on my Garmin is it's all touchscreen. It's big, it's easy, you're able to see it. If you want to go through, there's over 4 million points of interest that are on here, from restaurants to gas stations to shopping to finding a parking spot. It's incredible the amount of data that it has on there. But while you're driving, it's not safe for you to go through here and tap on the screen. So now all you have to do is say, voice command.
Say a command.
Find place.
Speak the name of a place.
Walt Disney World.
Searching for Walt Disney World Resort. Select a line number.
1.
Would you like to begin navigation?
Yes. 100% hands-free. I didn't have to take my hands off the wheel. I didn't even have to look at it. You can hear that she was talking back and forth to me. And it's going to tell me right now, oh, it's going to be about an hour and a half for me to get to Disney. Now, that's great. My family and I, we go to Disney a lot, and it's nice to have that. But here's the one thing I love about Garmin. It's finding out if there's any traffic, and everything's clear right now. But the thing is, it also has something called up ahead. Because when I have a family of 5, I might need gas, we might need some cash, somebody's got to go to the bathroom. It tells me the closest places where I'm driving right now. And Suzanne, when we were talking about lifetime maps, if I need gas, but that gas station, that Shell station isn't there anymore, and I need gas, I'm out of luck. Or if I need an ATM and that bank isn't there anymore, you're out of luck. So it updates all those businesses too. Having lifetime maps, so many people will get a GPS unit, but they don't want to pay the upgrades. They're like, oh, I've got the GPS.
Because they're expensive.
Very expensive upgrades.
It's about $80 for every upgrade, right?
And there's an upgrade every 3 months.
So we did some math. It's $320 just to have your latest map upgrade. And ours specifically, not all of them, but ours includes a lifetime of upgrades. So you never pay for an upgrade, and you can upgrade it as much as you want every 3 months. All right, I got to give a little FYI, because you have to pay attention to this part. If you look at your screen in just a moment, when we put up the price, because you're going to see it, you please realize our HSN price is $229. Again, I promise you'll see it. $229. Oh, there it is. Thanks, guys. So this is an upgrade.
That's the Garmin website.
There it is. Garmin website. It's $80. You do it every 3 months. It equals $320 per year just to keep your maps and all that information upgraded. Okay? Why would you spend that when you can buy this for $129.99 and upgrade till forever and ever?
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the story. If you look at your screen right now, and this is a very big deal. This is our #1 best-selling Garmin. It's the most feature-rich. It's the easiest to operate. We're $100 off, basically, tonight. 100. That's not just a lame-o $5. That kind of makes me mad. We only do $5 off.
Right.
Or $10 off. You're like, well, okay, that's a little better. This is almost $100 off for the latest from Garmin, our #1 best-selling GPS this year. Now, here's something I think is interesting. People wonder, well, I'll just use my phone. Because, well, I have maps, plenty of map choices on my phone.
Sure.
Why have a separate Garmin versus just using your phone?
Well, first off, when you're picking up your phone and then you're using that map system, then somebody calls. You see that person's face, you no longer see the map. So then having that GPS function is gone. It's also, when you're using your phone, you're using multiple cell phone towers. So now you're using your data. So it gets really expensive to do that. But also when you're using those cellular towers, you're not doing pinpoint accuracy. This is connecting to satellites that is circling the Earth and gives you pinpoint accuracy up to 3 feet, not 300 feet. So it's extremely, extremely accurate. But the other thing too is about when you're using that phone, now you are 100% distracted. It's gotten so bad that a lot of people will put their cell phone on the dashboard. Then you make a turn and there goes your cell phone. Then your eyes start to follow that cell phone. Let me try to grab it. Or then somebody calls you and you lose that map functionality. Because this is the smartest GPS we have ever offered, this is designed to connect to your cell phone. So what happens is if you get that phone call, it's going to ring through your Garmin. There's a microphone that's built in here with a speaker system. And I'm going to show you, because this is that bigger display, it's so nice to be able to see exactly what's going on. Like right now, as we're making that trip, what happens, Suzanne, is when I'm going to simulate this for a second. On the right side of the screen, that's what's gonna happen. Somebody's phone number is gonna pop up there, somebody's name, that text message, that notification, but I can still clearly see what's going on this side. It's designed to work with your cell phone, so you don't have to get rid of it. You can still use both items on there too. So that way it keeps you nice and safe. You can see what's going on. There it is right there. So what happens is if you get a phone call, if you get a text message, you don't have to take your eyes off the road and try to read that information. It pops up right there. There's that smart notification.
So it's got your calendar on there.
It'll have your calendar. If you get maybe a doctor's appointment or somebody, it's any notification, maybe somebody even came to your doorbell, right there, even an email will come up.
Out of here.
And she'll read them back to you as well. Word for word, she'll read back your email.
You have to stray off the path.
Never have to stray off the path.
Now that's brilliant.
It's truly like the smartest that we've ever had.
Because that's really good idea.
Garmin knows that you want to get from point A to point B, but you want to get there safely. That's the best thing about this, is that it's connected, and there's no monthly fees for that whatsoever. You do the one-time setup, and then after that, you just drive your car, have a great time, you get a phone call, it pops up on your Garmin.
I'm going to tell you a funny story. So my husband and I, we were in the middle of North Carolina, we were in the hills of North Carolina, and we had a map. We were going to someplace we had never known before, and we have no other means of getting there except my husband's cell phone, right?
Oh, no.
We got to a point we could not get a signal. So we had no idea where we were going. We solely were relying on that.
Right.
So we sat there and we're like, well, where do we turn next? So we literally had to wander around until, and he doesn't have a good service, until the service recovered, and then it rerouted us, and then we wrote down all the instructions in case it happened again. And that's the point when I realized we needed a separate, completely different system, which is a GPS, because that's not going to happen.
Oh, not at all.
And if you have certain cell services that have lousy cell service, it's going to happen a lot if you try to go somewhere with your phone.
Well, we've all had that. You're like, oh, I've got this cell phone company, and then you go to a different city and like it's junk. And even here in the state of Florida, Florida's the third largest state in the nation. Do you know that 8% of the state is not covered with cell phone coverage?
No kidding.
Even from here to Orlando, there's a gap where you don't have cell phone service.
Really?
So you're driving down the road, all of a sudden you'll lose cell phone service just because it's not populated areas. But when you're driving those areas, it's tough. You know, you lose that cell phone coverage. But when you end up using your Garmin, you're going to get there. And I use my Garmin every single day, not necessarily to go to new places, but I've been driving the same route here at HSN to my house for 15 years. I know the route, I know what's happening. You know, I know when there's construction and all that. But what happens is, it tells me every time I punch it in if there's traffic, if there's an accident. And it'll make sure that if I'm going to be late for a show, I can call HSN and say, look, there's an accident, I'm going to be rerouted, it's going to take me an extra 15 minutes. So just my everyday commute, I use my Garmin. But the other thing too, is that it's letting you know about places and things that are up and coming. Like right now, as we're still heading down to Disney, it tells us something called Junction View. This is what the next intersection is going to look like. And this is a huge, huge deal because this intersection used to be 4 lanes of traffic. This is a 70-mile-an-hour intersection. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lanes that are there. So if I was going 65, 70 miles an hour, and then I had to get all the way over at the last minute, I had to slam on my brakes, I could cause an accident, somebody could hit me, but now about a mile before you get to this intersection, this is exactly what it's going to look like. And every major intersection you're going to run into, it gives you a little picture. Like it says, oh, you got to get in the right lane there. Oh, you're going to go over under the bridge right here. It makes it so simple to be able to have that. And this is exactly what it's going to look like. You're not going to have to guess.
So it's very realistic.
Garmin is telling you. And this is another thing that gets updated with those lifetime updates. So when you end up buying this, like today's 2019, but next year, 2020 is going to come around, and then you're going to update your maps. You don't have to buy another Garmin. You're getting the 2020 version. And then when 2021 comes around, when new maps come out, you're going to get that version too. So every time you do your map update, it's like you're getting a brand new Garmin because all the maps get updated, all the businesses get updated. And a lot of us will get a GPS unit, but then we don't want to buy the upgrades. You don't want to buy it, you're including them. And this is straight from Garmin's website. It's $80 every 3 months when they come out. There are 4 updates every year. That's $320 worth of updates. And Suzanne, if you went to the Garmin website and bought this same GPS, there's no lifetime app updates.
No
For
kidding.
$229, you still have to pay the $80 every 3 months to get it. This is already, it's the best, really the best Garmin that we've ever offered.
And it's exclusive too. And remember, we're $100 off our price. Like, see, what happens is, and we do it at the regular price, we include the lifetime updates. So that's why people buy it, is the savings of the updates, because it's a lifetime. As you said, it's not available on the Garmin site. But what we did tonight is $100 off our normal price, plus you get the lifetime updates, so it's still included. We didn't eliminate that. It's a great time to get it. And I'll tell you what's really interesting. If you've been relying on your phone, I had a situation one time, I was on my phone, I was in a map situation, I was going someplace I didn't know, and someone called me. I had to take the call. It was one of those calls I had to take. I couldn't blow it off. I literally went and drove around a block about 20 times, finished the call, because I didn't know where I was going. So I didn't want to get too far off the beaten path. I drove around until the call finished. Then I went back, because I can now see my map on my phone, and I continued the trip. And that's another point where I realized, well, that's just idiotic. Just have a completely separate unit so you don't have that issue. But like you said, what I love is I can't believe you can get push notifications for your emails and your messages. And when a phone call comes in, you can take the call without interrupting the map. And I'm sure the map will override the call when it needs to tell you to do something new.
It exactly does. And that's the great thing about having this unit, is that if you get a phone call, it pops up right there on the right side. You can still see the map. So it does give you a lot of notifications. The biggest one you're going to notice is that it tells you what the speed limit is. And that changes all the time. Now, right now we're going 65 miles an hour. But if the speed limit drops, it gives you a little ding, and then it flashes across the screen that it drops up. It also lets you know how many miles until your next major intersection. If there is a curve up ahead, it'll send you a ding and let you know that too. So it's making it a safer driver too. Also, if you drive through school zones, it'll send you a ding to make you a safer driver. And now right now, the way we have this mounted, we give you a couple different mounts. This is just a basic suction cup mount. You can put this anywhere that you want on that windshield. That's it. We're also, it just actually gave us a ding right there and let us know the speed limit is dropping. So now it can save you some money on those speed tickets too. So it went from 65 to 55. Now you got to be a safer driver.
I love it gets a ding.
And there's a little yellow
I always have to look down at mine just to see if I'm over. I don't get an audio ding.
It tells you right there. It gives you the ding, flashes the symbol so you can see exactly. It's also for curves up ahead, dangerous intersections, also for school zones too. So it's nice that it makes you that safer driver as well.
Wait, I have a question. How easy is it to program to put something in? Like I want to go to, you know, the hospital, or that's a bad choice. I don't know, like to a restaurant.
Oh, no problem. So right now, as we're driving down here to Disney, so if I want to make a stop somewhere, so.
No, not a stop. Let's say I'm going raw. From my house, I want to go to Columbus, Ohio. Ohio State University.
Okay, all you have to do is say, voice command.
Say a command.
Find place.
Speak the name of a place.
Ohio State University. It hasn't taken me to Ohio State before.
Did you say Farmation Universal?
Oops, let me go. I was talking too much.
Name of a place.
Ohio State University. Now the great thing is you can be 100% hands-free.
Speak the name.
I gotta stop talking. I want to keep talking. Waffle House. Oh, let me go to find place. I messed the whole thing up.
The name of a place.
Waffle House.
Searching for Waffle House.
Well, it knows it's restaurants.
2. Now here's the thing about Waffle.
Like to begin navigation.
On here, it's going to notice that it gives you 2 options. One says to navigate. The other one says to make a phone call. So if you want to call up ahead, I'll start a new route. So it'll call the business that's up ahead. It'll call that hotel. It'll call that restaurant because it's connected to your cell phone. So now you can make these pit stops. You can start from scratch, but all you have to do is say voice command. Tell it what place you want to go to. I know. Thank you very much, Carmen. She's listening to me very attentively. But the other thing too is in some states, there's actually 3 states in the U.S. that you can't mount this to your windshield. So you have to have an alternative way of doing it. We're actually giving you that vent mount. So this is a $20 offer that you can get from Garmin's website. It's coming with your Garmin GPS today. So not only do you get lifetime map updates, you get lifetime traffics, you also get this $20 mount that you can put right in the vent, and that way it's 100% hands-free.
Okay, 90 seconds. If I want to plan a big trip. Multiple stops.
Oh, multiple stops.
As
no
we
problem.
go to Ohio State.
Yeah. So if you want to plan a big trip, yes, you can set a different route ahead of time.
Oh, great.
And you can actually download a Garmin app. So if you know that you're
Oh,
having
no way.
several stops along the route, like my mom used to get these trip ticks from
Right, yes,
AAA.
yes, right.
She's like, I want to go here, I want to go there. You can do that on the Garmin app. Then it'll sync up with your Garmin, and you can plan an entire summer vacation
here.
if you want to, anywhere in the United States.
Because you know those mapping programs that you have on your phone, most of those don't do that.
Yeah, it's just one way and that's it.
Yeah, they're like, I'll take you there and good luck, that's it. Also too, if you just want to be on time to where you're going, it's so helpful. If you're, and I'll tell you what's really funny, you'll use this a lot more in your own town, but if you go to a strange town that you don't know where you are, that's when it's really, really handy because it's going to give you that accuracy that you can never ever get when you're using a cell phone. All right guys, here's the scoop. $100 off basically right now. We have 6 FlexPay, free shipping. Grab it before it's gone. And this is a really good gift for somebody in your life. And it's a really thoughtful gift. And $100 off, you're getting the most advanced model we've ever offered. It syncs beautifully with your phone, so you kind of get the best of all worlds when you're getting this Garmin.
You really do. It also even has, you know, we talked about places that are recommended. This TripAdvisor, there are about 100,000 places in your area with reviews too. So it lets you know what's a better restaurant, something new in your town.
Okay.
It has all those on there too.
That's good.
Really cool stuff.
Wow, it's time to upgrade your Garmin too. If you have an old one, clearly this is a big upgrade. Joe, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you throughout the day. All right, guys, stay right there. We've got a lot more coming up, including another look at our today's special. We appreciate you being with us. Have a great day.